Alrighty, welcome back. I'm your man Bad Chad, and Queen Jolene's on the camera. She woke up at 7 looking like a 10, making me a coffee. I love her. I love her. Alrighty, this is where we left off yesterday. I did not bother doing anything to it. And the reason being is I feel like you deserve, as our followers and our watchers, you deserve to be able to see this come together. You can see how this is hanging out here, like this is hanging out here, this is hanging out here. You can see how it's all still in place and where it's going to go. I'm going to put that together in front of your very eyes in real time. A lot of people appreciate showing the real-time process, not cutting it and showing you what it looks like after. So that's what we like to do. That's what we're going to do. Before we start onto that, I just want to show you how we got the roof nailed together. When I weld the seams up like that, generally I just try to grind the weld and then feather it off a little bit. So we just put a little bit of mark on there, a little bit on there. Well, then we can come in there and touch that up and try to make that blue paint match, like my face and my ass. It does not look alike, but they both belong to me. If you come over this side, we've got this side geared up. We took a coat hanger and we welded it up, and we took off just a little bit of paint to make it satisfy what we're doing. So we're trying to keep all the patina and try to make less damage as possible. So that's going to be going on to the same thing on the back of the car. I want to do the less damage as possible. When I put the screw in the center of the roof, I'm thinking that was the right move. I moved the right checker to put that in the center, and the reason being is I want to work that metal that way, I want to work that metal that way, and that way there I can bring it all together. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to keep self-tapping it back together, and we're going to get it together, and then I'll show you how I'm going to put it together. I'm happy with the cuts that we've made. I think that the moves were made right, and the reason being is we still have metal to deal with here. When Dan the man was here, you know, when you're doing something like this, your brain goes into action. You try to think about what you would do and all that sort of stuff, and that's basically the fun part of it. What would you do next to do it? Well, you can see the line that Dan drew right here. There's a little V going here. Not saying anything about it, whether wrong or right or whatever. I'm just going to explain something. You can see the little V that he said, here, cut that little V out there and shove that forward. Well, I've done that before. And what happens is sometimes you don't have enough metal to get that V shot, or you don't know how much metal you're taking out to get that distance that you need. So it's better if he wanted to, you know, make a cut down here, if anybody wanted to make a cut down here, it's better just to cut it and then slide it past, and then you can, once this is together like this, then I can zip cut this and I can weld it together. Once I take the step of cutting a piece out, a V out of there, then I have to figure out whether it's going to come back together or not. When you just slice it, when you push it past, you know you've got enough sheet metal that you can zip cut it and put it back together. So basically, it's the same thing what I'm doing, but he was stepping forward and taking metal away before you actually know how much metal you need to take away, if that makes sense. So in other words is, I would suggest if you're going to do something like this, slice it and make sure you have enough metal that goes past, and then you can cut it and bring it to, then you'll know exactly how much metal has to be cut away to make it fit right. I hope I explained that right. Not a bad suggestion, it's just I've done that before and I've ended up going too far and having to put metal back into the car when I've taken it away, when I didn't need to. So right now I have not taken anything away from the car except this piece right here, and I basically had to take that piece away because it was inside and I couldn't push this forward. If this was down here like this piece, I could not push that forward, so I basically had to take and cut that off. I probably could have left the roof on the outside, then I would have not been able to, so basically I've taken a little bit of metal off and I'm trying to compensate by putting it back together. So I'm going to put some self-tappers in that bad boy. I'm going to get a couple long ones. I'm just going to run down through it and try to bring it all back together so it stays together. And yeah, just trying to make it all kind of back together so I don't have to make panels. Yes, you can cut that all out and then try to make a panel for it. Yes, you can. There's more than one way to skin a cat. You can. So I've got the center screwed down here. Now I'm just going to run along there and keep bringing that down. I'm not sure what's going to happen right here, but we're just going to keep running it down, just like as if we were welding it. I'm going to have to weld these holes up after I'm done, and I think that's okay because I'm going to weld it up anyways. I'm going to plug the grinder, the drill in. That'll make it work, I bet you, if I plug it in. Whoop, whoop. Maybe. Make sure it's plugged into the wall. So we're taking off exactly where we left off yesterday. Just want to bring it tight together. I'll have to weld all those holes back up again. That's fine. To me, it's fine. I'm gonna have to weld it up anyways. Got a little bit of action going on right here. See that? Got a little bit of action there. That fit nicer, didn't it? I like the self-tappers because it brings the metal nice and tight together. I like that. I'm going to get down and take a look at it for a second. Looks good. I'm going to run 3 screws the other way. I feel it's necessary. I'm going to just do one side, but let's bring it all together. Some screws don't want to work that well. Hoping for the best, hope for the best. Hoping for the best. There you go, jammed up there, that's good. Always like that when that comes together like that. Okay, that's laying good across there. I've got that hung out there. I pulled that out. Don't know if that was the right thing to do or not. Don't know yet. I know one thing for sure. I've got it tacked right here on this back window, and that back window deal's got something got to go on, so I'm going to cut that off. I'm going to untack that. And I'm not scared to untack that. The reason being is I've got the post nailed right. We'll bring that back window together when we get the roof figured out, I'm thinking. And then that way there, we can get that metal brought in right. See what happens. Watch your eyes. And you can see already that that metal has to be some taken off that. And I'm going to take some off the top. But this is my line. This is my line here because it's over and above. So I might as well cut with that line, and that way there I know it's still going to fit. Something wrong here. Check it out. This side over here seems to be a little bit closer. Yeah, you can see how that's a little bit closer. It tells me a little something's got to be taken off that. Watch your ice, sweetheart. Now, I'm going to, what am I going to do? Get a little bit of a gap going on there. Let's suck. We're playing a little game here, we are. All right, I'm going to put a screw in right here in the center. I feel like I'm going to put it center here. That way there I can work this way, and then I can work up this way. We'll deal with that here in a minute. I'll get a long one. It's fitting nicer on the other side. I'm hoping what's going to happen is this metal's going to draw out, which it should. That's all right, sweetheart. Now, that kind of went crooked on me. Like the crookedness, I don't want to strip it. Let's get another one up in here. See what happens. Hoping I can get that drawled over. That's the deal. Now I can hold this place. Oh, that's what I didn't want to do. Strip it like that. Now, there we go. Well, there we go, but that should have been in behind that. No doubt in my mind. We are going to have to, comes back together more. Let's do one in the center. You can see how that, when I push there, you can see how that, in the center. Might be nice if I had pushing out on that, but. Yeah, we got a little issue going right here, that's for sure. We got a little bit of an issue. Let's take that one together. I'm using the longer screws, obviously, because we got quite a distance going on. But that's what has to happen. I generally don't use the longer screws, but yeah, that was good. That's good. Got a little issue going on here. Yes, we do. Let's get a longer one for that one. Ouch. All right, that's actually looking quite nice right here. That's looking really, really good. I put a little screw right here, tighten this up. Now, a little chunk on my finger. Yeah, I'm kind of wondering, what am I wondering? If I weld that back on there, which is fine. What I'm wondering is, once I kind of wondering if these screws, these 5 screws at the top, would anything change if I, see, I got a little bit of gap going on here. I got a little bit going there. Just wondering. I'm probably going to have to shrink. You can see how this is buckling here. I'm probably going to end up putting this back on, and I'm going to have to shrink this piece because it's out too far and I want it to fit here. So what I'm going to end up doing is, what am I going to end up doing? I think what I'm going to end up doing, nope, not at all. Not at all, Chetty. I think I'm going to push that over as far as I can get it. Alrighty. Then I could almost butt weld that back. Yeah, that'd be awesome if that could happen. All right, what I'm going to do is I'm going to ask Jolene to put down the camera. She's going to find a little place for her. Take a second and find a place for her camera. I'm going to knock off just a little tiny bit of paint right there. I got this little tiny blue thing here. Instead of knocking that back and off. What I'm going to do is I'm going to push that in and see if I can't get Jolene to knock a little piece of weld on it, because I'm so close to making it fit right. This side is really close. This side's going to work perfectly. I can't see me shoving it down much different, but it could be off just a little bit. I'd like to get this welded back on without making any panels and just have a couple seams. That's what I'd like to do. I'm thinking that I can do it there. Doesn't see a problem. Don't see a problem there. Jolene, you need some help, Jolene?
Just getting my weld.
Okay.
Are you ready for me?
Am I ready for you? Always. Just a second. Yeah. You can get that ready. How did I do that? Had that shoved over there before. That's how I did it. Alrighty, we'll get this undone. Oh, you're all geared up. You're good to rock and roll. Alrighty, I'm thinking that I can get it over there further and get that matched up, but can we get it like right about there? Like I got a little bit of gap going on there, and I'll shove it over so there's no gap. Right about here somewhere, okay? Got it, yep. Just tack it and then You got her. Good. Awesome. You're the bomb. All right, still got a little bit of a gap going on there. That's good. Thank you. Basically what I need. I'm thinking, gotta cut that off some more. Get that back to there. And see how it's bulging here? I'm gonna have to splice that there and take some out of that. So, can you put a little dab? Put a little spot right there, like where it's coming together. Yeah, so I can put it together there. Just put a little spot and then.
Another one?
Yeah, try to get it together.
Okay, so you want me to go back and
Yeah, yes, please.
Okay. 1 second. One more.
Yep. You got her. Beautiful. You are. Alrighty. I got a little bit of gap going on there. Not sure. This one over here, I might have a little less gap going. I'm not sure yet. We'll see what goes on. Alrighty. Now with this, you can see like it's in there like this a little bit. That's just a matter of taking the hammer and knocking it out a little bit. That's basically the end of it. Alrighty. I'm going to take and knock the bottom of that off the grinder, run the zip cut through that so it fits. Oh, and unplug this. Okay. A little welder on this. Knock off a little bit of paint. Now, good. I'm going to let these off. I might be able to push them out. It's not bad going around there. Just want to think about it for a second. I'm thinking that I would like to let, I don't mind this one here, but these two here, I think they could come out just a little bit. I'm going to let that off. Ah! I need that pronger thing. I guess you call that pronger thing, I guess. Not sure. Now, that piece there will come out. So I'm going to grab something and pull that out a little bit, and then we'll try to tack it on that. Because to be honest with you, I'm thinking that we have to come in a little bit, but that doesn't want to come in. I'm going to go get something, see if I can pull that out. Pair of clamps, I might be able to get in there. Still wants to come in more than it wants to come out. Okay. I'm thinking that it's working, it's going where it needs to go with the screws in it. Screw back in it. Oh, my white ball fell off. Bought a couple white walls yesterday, and I wanted to see what they're going to look like on the car, if they're going to work. I think we're getting what we need to get there. Just want to make sure that this comes together right. That's all I'm trying to do. You know, which is the best one to cut? That game of checkers again. In there. Now, I just got to figure that out. I've got an inside construction piece that's hitting right there. I don't want to slice and dice this thing up too much, if you know what I'm trying to tell you. I guess I'm at the point, do I shrink this piece? Do I cut this piece here? Do I cut this piece here and shove it in and meet it and overlap it, and then shrink this piece here because we got a little bit of a buck. We got too much metal right here because this is down lower. Watch when I push that in, we got too much metal. If I shrunk that piece, it would get smaller to fit down into that. Or do I slice this one and open it up and bring this piece out a little bit? That's where it's at. That's where it's at. Or do I take this all off, pull this all off, and try to pull that out more and screw it again? That might be the... Let's do it. I'm going to take that off. I'm going to see if I can get more... yeah, I got a thing going on here, and I got to do it right. So if I take that out, I've got metal, a little bit of metal in there, and maybe I can push that back out a little bit. I got screws down here holding it really nice. There we go. Now, see what's going on there now. That makes me a little bit happier. Take that out. I'm gonna pull that, just keep pulling it out, I guess. I will use the same holes on the front of it. Aha. Made it a lot better. A lot better. So I'm going to knock off a little bit of paint right there. That was not the place, is it? That's not the place. And you can see I got holes out further than... Haha, that's way better. All right, I'm gonna put a pair of clamps on that again. Pair of needle nose. Now we're out just a little ways. It's better though. Much, much, much better. Close that gap up. Okay. I'm gonna. What am I gonna? See, I got it kind of. I'm just gonna screw it, and that way there, I'll put a screw in it, and then I can always take it back out. We'll use the screws that we have in the front to. Use a small one. So I could have started cutting and slicing and dicing there, but it probably would have been the wrong thing to do. It obviously would. Had to back up for a second. Beep, beep, beep. Now I'm feeling like I can get that to work. Like my roof panel. That'll be nice. I think we can get that to work. That's fitting a lot nicer. I can zip cut that there. Now we're talking. Now we're cooking with gas. I'm gonna put another screw in it. Now we're cooking with gas. Ow, 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 ow. Nice and tight there. Now, I'm going to tack that right there. Good. Not taking off anywheres. There. Little hammer work right here. The hammer's on the other side. Alrighty, there's where we can start getting the C-clamps going. Fitting together right there, nice. It's just a matter of zip cutting that. All right, I'm going to tack again. Throw some tacks on it so I can get it to stay together. Just small ones. Come on. Good. Let's good. Now, just wonder if that could come out. That could come out probably a bit more. Gonna get some long C-clamps, see if I can't bring that together. Might have to let something go. I might have to put something tighter together. I might have to do a bunch of things. But I can't get a C-clamp in there. Now, that probably could come out and be pushed in a little bit to get to that. Here we go again. Let's pull this out. There we go. Let's push that in, push that in. All right, now we're gonna get we'll tack that together. I'm on my third arm. I'm playing a game with the metal, obviously. I'm playing a game, and the game I'm playing is wherever it fits is where it's getting nailed on. All right. Good, good. I'm just going to take a little bit of material off the front of that piece right here. The only reason I'm taking a little bit of material off it is because I want it to stick. Now I'm just putting these welds on here. It's not going to stay like this. Well, it is going to stay like this, but I'm just trying to make it. That feels pretty good. That feels really good. There's an issue down here. Just kind of wondering if I have to push this in some. I got the little piece that I can put in there to make that go wherever. Let's put our pieces back in here. Not sure if they're in the right spot or if they're not in the right spot or not, but we had to move that around to get that to work. I'm going to just actually, I think we're at where we're supposed to want to be, so I'm just going to go down the line. Go down the line, tack that on. I'm going to drill a new hole for that one. The reason being is we're just maneuvered a little bit. So that'll work. That'll work. We'll put another one in there. Nice and tight. Now, we're back in order there. That feels like if I was filling that out is what I'm going for, as I was filling that out. It feels good. I'm going to tack that right there so it does not move. It's because I'm going to cut it. Alrighty, now's the time I got to step back and just take a look at it. I'm thinking that it's going to be good. It's going to be good. I'm going to have to do the exact same thing on the other side. This side here seems to be already in shape a little bit better than the other side. So, let's make a couple cuts and start. What do you think? Should I continue on with the other side, or should I start showing how I'm going to cut it and butt it? What do you think? Because I can start cutting it and butting it on, but maybe I should get it all fitting and then start doing that. What are we at?
41.
Oh, well, I'll just continue on with the other side, get the other side fitting, and then if I come to a chance where I can start cutting it, because this sort of stuff here, I'm going to show you real quick. This is my line, the outside one. This is my line. So when it comes time for me to cut this and weld this to this, I'm going to use this line. So I'm going to run my grinder on this line. Let's tack that one together, just show how I'm going to do it. Arms right here. Just gotta make sure it's flushed out. Just shut my eyes. Yeah. So I got that one there. Just seeing if it's flush or not, that's all. There. I got one over here. Yeah, so I'm going to do the exact same thing all the way around. All the way along there. All the way along there. I'm going to leave that like that for now. Screw the other side, see if we can't screw the other side on. It's got a nice shape to it. Got a little bit of gap going on there. A little bit of foolishness going on there, but I think we're good. Alrighty. Haven't got one in the corner there. Just want to see if I can get that underneath that, because that'll work. That's some sharp. Aye. Alright, so I got a zip cut. You know what has to happen. I got a mess. And that's what always happens. Jay. We'll just do that for a second. I wonder if... Let's get some screws going. Would I like to do it like I did the exact same on this side? Probably would. Feels good. Just looking at the handiwork, that's all. Just cut that one loose like I did the other side. More off because it needs it. All right. I'm going to tack that right there. This time I have a little bit of foresight of what's going on because of the other side. This side's really fitting really good. Just going to have to screw that on there. I'd say we're rocking and rolling. We're cooking with gas. Cooking with gas. This side's getting quite, ouch. Don't want to do that. Yep, let's get a couple screws going. Let's do this one here, work our way up. Stop it. It's a poopy one. My hand in there. Not sure if that was the right angle or not, but I'm gonna get a longer one. I'm hoping that this comes out. Fit better before. Take this off. I liked it better like that. Can't get my hands in there. Damn it. Yeah. I don't want to screw my hands. Not really. All right. Again. love it. Love it. This side, excuse me here, went fantastic. Just like that, it can go wrong for you. Now, I can screw one in there or put one down here. This is all fitting nice. I got a little less of a gap going on, probably, I'd say probably an 1/8 going on. But we're really coming together now. It's coming together. Fits nice. I'll stick the longer ones in it because I guess it does not matter. Does not matter. Good. We have to trim that little edge off there and trim that little edge off there to get that sitting in there nice and flat. That's hammer work. This side's really looking good. Put one in the corner up here, I will, just for the hay of it. It's probably not a good one. Actually, I'm just going to leave it. So, now, I'm thinking that I have it all in place. Just trying to look and see if both sides are somewhat the same. Looks good. I'm thinking that I got a little tiny piece I'm going to have to put right there. I might have a little tiny piece right there, not sure. I can butt weld that back together on the other side. I might be able to do that too. But now what I'm going to do is I'm going to run the zip cut through it. And bring it all together like I did this piece. We're going to run the zip cut through this all the way along there and do that all the way down along here, and then we'll have it all put together. So we've got the back put together. And don't forget, we have a hammer. If anything's like, if we don't like something, we have a hammer that we can go in on the inside after we get it all connected and all welded. We can go in and hammer it a little bit. But I'm thinking that we're really good. We're hard up against this side on the quarter panel. We're hard up on that side on the quarter panel. Alrighty. There you go. We got her tied together in the back. We've got little tiny whispers of metal missing, just little tiny bits, and that's fine. But now what I have to do, like I said, is run the zip cut through it and bring it all together. I want to take off as least metal as possible. And I was saying to Jolene, once I get it welded up, we're going to have a weld mark going where we've cut it, obviously. But it would be nice to drive it back maybe someday with it lowered and just leave all the rust the way it was, and leave everything the way it was, and just do the little bit of work that we have to do on this stuff to make it look like this. And see what somebody would think. All right, everybody, thanks for coming back. I appreciate it. We appreciate it. There's the back connected the best I could get it for now. I am still probably going to work a little bit with a hammer and stuff, but you can see how I've put that back together with making no panels, nothing. All the moves that I made playing checkers today was pretty good. And another thing I'm going to say is, I'm happy. I'm happy the way it went back. It really looks good. So we just got to continue on. I'll do some welding on this sort of stuff. Run the zip cut through it, weld it together, and then we'll be up to the front. Like, share, comment, come back. See you tomorrow. Have a great day. We got the back looking good.